Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Here's Daniels. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Commanders first down. Throwing again, Daniels. He keeps it himself.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Daniels to throw on second down. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
And he will have the Commanders first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Daniels. Now he'll run it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. Looking out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. He's got his big target, Everett. And he's brought down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Cole Kmet, touchdown, Chicago. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Bears move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A pass complete to Noah Brown. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row, and another first down. On play action, Daniels. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Off he goes. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Come on. Throwing is Daniels. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Austin Eckler, touchdown Washington. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown. Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. On the bootleg, it's Williams. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. And he's into the end zone. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Bears. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down. Here's Daniel. Throwing right. It's taken in. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be second down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
To the air again is Daniels. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Ready, set.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commanders.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
So now that late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, they're going to try to extend it by 2 more. And he's going to be brought down. They pass on that field goal attempt, and they get nothing out of it as the first half comes to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Williams. He finds his big tight end, Everett. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st.
He gets free. And he will score. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
But I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Daniels now on 1st down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. It's 2nd down. Daniels gonna throw again. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
He'll work forward for a couple. Montez Sweat there on the tackle. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Daniels now going to look to throw. Now he takes off. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
So what they're trying to do with this concept here, Mike, is they're trying to put layers into the defense. There's somebody attacking deep, there's somebody attacking intermediate, and then in this case, they force the ball to be thrown to the underneath check down, and they're able to keep him short and force 4th down.
So, 3 quarters have come. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the goal line and in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2. Throwing now, Daniels. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
He was taken down by Quan Barton. A gain of 13 yards. And the Bears first down.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Here is 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll check this down to Swift. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. Swift. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he indeed picks up a Bears first down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. A run with Swift. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Here is 1st and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just an absolute clinic of putting together a drive, Mike, when you need it the most. And their ability to move the ball down the field, it worked the clock perfectly. They come away with that late touchdown, and more than likely, barring something crazy, a victory as well.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So let's see if the Bears can keep it rolling as they go for 2. Williams. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. And they will not be able to add with a 2-point conversion. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every team practices 2-minute offense, end-of-game situation, and the chunk plays are really the drive starters. So now not only do they get the big completion, they bring up a fresh set of downs. Reminder, they still have 2 timeouts, plenty of time to go down and try to win this game.
Here's 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. Off we go from Soldier Field. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Throwing is Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That's the veteran, Mercedes Lewis. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They will run it over center with Swift. Has some room inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Bears first down. Off play action. Here's Williams. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job. Drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And that will get them back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Goff going to open up with a throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Detroit. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Goff. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Williams in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. On play action, Goff. That is caught. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he will go all the way. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Goff. Catch is made by Wright. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Ho-ho! And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start to this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll get this close to the first down marker, taken down just shy at the 38. 3rd and a yard. Throwing here is Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Anytime you bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 38 yards. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
The Lions call their first timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Goff to throw on 1st down. Down inside the 10. And he'll be taken down. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here's Gibbs. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time. They try Gibbs. Good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First and 10. Throwing, Goff. He's going to take a shot down the field. A dive, and he's got it. What an effort. What a catch. A big one there to start the second half. 42 yards. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when
he slams it in there, and he is in. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. They're going to have it 1st and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 65 yards. So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Lions 28, Bears 21.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A run on 1st and goal. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go with him again. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. They'll drop to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Working free downfield, it is Williams. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down. Goff to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes, and I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end.